All right, hello. Hello guys, how are you doing? As always, let me know if the sound is all good, because I never know. And yeah, I hope you guys are doing good. There's already 23 now, 23 submissions, which is insane. So I hope I'll get to all of them. I'm not sure. Okay, wait, I have a problem here myself. I need to see the chat, and I don't see it. I need to fix that. Can I fix this like this? It might stop for a second. Okay, it's still here. Cool, it's still here and I see you guys. Hello! I couldn't see anyone, so yeah. Cool. Let's see. Yeah, only subscribers can chat. That's something I turn on myself. I'm here, just listen though. All my tracks are released one way or another. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, all right. I think it's all good. Man, 24 submissions. Let's go because we have a lot to go through today. So let's start. I think the first one is RV Deva, I think. So that's a song he sent last feedback session and did some changes, so we'll see. Oh, come on. Well, that's not a good start. I'm sorry I can't listen. Yeah, guys, make sure to check your links. Like, you know, if you send here or to labels, always make sure you check the links. Alright. What is missing from my track and what is interesting thing about my track that you feel? Alright. Hello, Empire.
Let's take it step by step. Say something, can't take it back. You know how you do in the morning, and then it's left stuck in my head. And I know I should have left earlier, but instead I keep thinking that should have kissed you longer.
That's really nice. That's really nice. I really like it. What did you ask? What is missing from my track? Yeah. One thing I really noticed is when the drop / chorus hits, there's no bass. You had a nice like respace, like nice low end in the breakdown, build up as well, but in the drop there was like no bass whatsoever. So it kind of like reduced the energy in a way. So yeah, just add the bass because it'll make your drop more powerful. And this is what you want and what's missing here. I think you can add also a little bit more FXs, like white noise, sweeps, downlifters, and stuff like that. Impacts as well, that will help with having like a better drop impact. And I think that was it. I would maybe add a bit more reverb delay on the vocals, but otherwise they're really nice. Yeah, really, really cool. Really, really good start. Hey guys. I'm good. Thank you. I just woke up. It's 8 a.m. so bear with me if I'm not too awake. Hey Larza. Alright, next up. An idea. I'm new to this thing. I've just started learning. Hey, nice. Congrats for starting and congrats for sending it as well. Because I know it's not... Oh, come on, no. Links, guys, links. Maybe I should add this in like big red text in the song submission form. Like, check your links. Yeah, if you're using Google Drive, you need to give the authorization to anyone with the link. So, yeah. Sorry. Alright, Zayn. It has a drop. Nice! Guys, this time we have a drop. Hey, Hugo. Nice to see you here. Ooh, that's beautiful.
Restless nights can't catch my mind when it starts to crumble. Starts to crumble. I can't fight this war inside, but I try to tighten my grip and stay above water when all
I have the chills.
the voices get too loud and all the walls are falling down. Your touch saves me somehow. Move closer, there's only now.
That's Elenium.
Move closer, there's only now. Move closer, there's only now.
Woo! I think Zayn will be my next favorite artist to listen to. Seriously, every time your songs are really, really cool. Like, insane vibe and yeah, super, super nice. Just 3 things I noticed. At the beginning, your vocals, like during the breakdown, were totally drowned. You wouldn't really hear them compared to the instrumental. Then in the build-up, it went fine. But during the breakdown, I couldn't really hear the vocals too much. So I think raise them up in volume. Or EQ them so that they don't compete with the instruments that you have in your track. I think I would push a little bit more the sub or bass during the breakdowns build-up. And then in the drop, I missed, like, it was cool, but I missed, like, those higher frequency leads, you know, like the screechy leads type Elenium thing, to really fill up that high end on the drop. The rest, I think, was working well, but yeah, just to rebalance a bit the drop. And I think that was it for me. So yeah, just those 3 notes and yeah, insane. It's so cool. It's so cool. The vibe, like really the vibe, it gives you the chills. In the beginning, it was yeah, amazing. Oh my god, 29 songs. We need to go. Vocoder. Okay. Woo! Sorry. Yeah, sorry for your ears, but the song before was like super low, so I had to push it. This one is super loud, so it's hard because all the songs aren't mastered the same. So sorry. Nice. Like that's gonna be my main note. As Empire said, it's a bit too repetitive. I know it's kind of like the genre, but yeah, I think if you can add a bit more of those ear candies, like for example here, at some point you add a little doo-doo or something. Yeah, that one. Like, it's nice to have those kind of things, and I think you need a bit more of them spread all over the song. I think I was missing some bass as well in this part over there. It's really, really loud. Yeah, the kick. I feel like the kick sometimes distorts a little bit on the sides, but yeah, I would maybe control that. And I think that's all for me. Just break the repetitiveness. And add some ear candy to make it like a bit more interesting. Maybe as well, because I'm thinking like if you look at the track, it's like super like compressed. I guess maybe try and have a bit more dynamic contrast here and there, like you did here. Whoops. Like you did in here, but have it maybe a bit more to kind of like stop and like relaunch in the song, like just so it's a bit more has a bit more variations. Yeah, that's it. All right, next up. Oh, Zodiac. Mainly the drop. Okay. Oh, Tisum, hello. Glad to see you here. Oh, come on. Okay, wait, I think I saw a few questions as well. Oh yeah, I think I saw someone, how do I submit a song, Kowser? The link is in the description. Hurry, because I might close it soon. There's a lot already. Yeah, if you're getting sponsors, no, this one isn't a sponsor. Everyone can have it. If you have DistroKid, you can get your friends to get DistroKid, and you also get the money. Like, that's just like a referral. It's not a sponsors. And all right, let's go.
It's over, but I can't shake the thought of you underwater, and all I do is think of you. You make me come alive, and I felt sparks for the first time. And now every night I close my eyes and you're by my side. Just want it to feel like it did. I just want you in my life again. If that makes me weak, then I'll pay the price. If that makes me needy, lock me up, I'll do the time. If that makes me crazy, I don't care. I'm not playing brave no more without you here. I'm out of my mind, it's nothing new. 'Cause the truth is, I'm not over you.
It's almost there. There's just a few things, and yeah, I'm gonna resonate with pretty much everything you guys said. But yeah, everything is there. It's just a question of mixing and balancing everything at this point. Because creatively speaking, in the arrangement and all this, I have nothing to say. But yeah, so from the beginning, hey, Jacko's here. From the beginning, there was a few fills, drums in the breakdown. even in the build-up. I think you can rise them up a little bit because they were like really, really far. I barely heard them. So I think you could definitely get this back up in the mix. The vocals, I think, are missing some processing. It's a really nice vocals, but I think you need a bit more reverb delay. I think it was a bit too loud compared to the instrumental, so you can like reduce it a tiny bit, like just a couple dBs, not more. And one thing I would do as well is it felt like it was missing some saturation, like some shimmer to the vocals. So I would add saturation, like fresh air, or there's one that I just took. I don't know if it's Waves or Plugin Alliance. Like I took it with like those $20 off coupons they did recently. It's called Novel Tech Vocal Enhancer, and it's absolutely amazing. Like it adds more clarity, more presence to your vocal, and that's exactly I think what you need here. So yeah. Those things. Then in the drop, the kick, I wasn't a fan of it. I think I would change the sample or try to add like a top kick to really have this clickiness to the kick that will like cut through the mix and get it heard and do its job properly. Because right now it's missing that. I think you can also saturate the leads because I was missing some high frequencies. And lastly, I would push the bass and sub because I couldn't really hear it too much compared to the rest. Like there was a lot of mids. So yeah, I would just rebalance all this, and I think it'll be good after that. Yeah. All right. Next. Tell me. Okay, wait. Where's the link? Tell me about this idea and mixing and mastering. All right. It's nice. I know it's progressive house, but I liked the melody in a way. It didn't seem like the typical rhythm, so I like this. All right, a few things I think. So idea, you wanted the feedback. I like the idea. I think you have a nice progressive house here. As they said, vocals will make it better, but I'm pretty sure that's gonna be your plan. So in the intro breakdown and all, I felt like it was a bit muddy, so I would be careful there and make sure to EQ everything. Then I didn't really feel the build-up, so I think having more of like a tension release in the build-up and drop impact will really help this song, because I really didn't get the hype before the drop. So maybe check that to improve that. And then in the drop, I was missing like some more drums. and more bass and sub as well. I couldn't really hear it too much, so I would push that. And yeah, a bit more drums, claps, percussion loops, fills and stuff like this. I would definitely do that. And yeah, I think you're on the right track. Just keep going, finish it, and yeah. Hello, FBMO. I will do my best to go to the end. I might stop at 40 to be honest, because I'm not sure we'll have time. All right, Aryan, Jolie, it's your turn.
Hey you, your body's so dramatic. I can't see it, it's making me feel something so damn good. Why don't you come over, I want you. I can't let you go out of my head and my mind.
You've been a singer.
Heart is aching, you're my medication. Take my hand and follow me to places we've never been. 'Cause morning to evening, you got me tripping on you. Touch me, tease me, leave me for more. I can't deny this feeling. Give me your all tonight, oh baby, I'm dying.
This is so cool.
I want a taste of your love. Hey.
This is so cool. Wait, did it lag for you guys? I'm sorry. But yeah, this is so cool. It's like, I feel like it's like the first one we got in this style here, and it's really cool to see that. Like, it's awesome, and yeah, it's kind of like, oh man, what's happening? YouTube is not oh. What's happening? Is it my connection? What's up? Is it back? I'm not sure if it's back. I think it's back. But what I was saying is, what was I saying? Oh yeah, it sounds like it definitely sounds like a Charlie Puth type of vibe, and it's really really cool. I loved the rhythm. I love the funky vibe. Like, it was really really cool. Okay, cool. And the only thing for me is just before the chorus hit and that there was like this nice bass line, I was just noting more bass because I was missing it in the first part. So I would do that there, not in the drop chorus. Like, the chorus was great. That bass line was amazing. But then after, when the bass line hit, there was only a bass line and vocals really, and I missed some chords here and there, like Charlie Puth does. So yeah, I would just do this. I wanted to check one thing on the vocals.
This feeling.
Yeah.
Morning.
I feel like the vocals might be a bit too loud compared to the rest, but otherwise, like just a couple dBs, like really subtle. And otherwise, that's it. And yeah, I don't know if you're here, but are you the singer? Please let me know, because I don't know if you are, but if you are, that's insane. But yeah, super super cool. Super super cool. All right, let me catch up. All right, cool. All right, music by DZ. Let's go.
You're caught up in nothing, wasting your time in chasing stars. You live in the moment, carried away from who you are. 'Cause now, lost in illusions, dreams and confusion. Oh yeah, you keep falling faster, straight for disaster. doing nothing, wasting.
I would listen to this like at the gym, you know, training. This is really, really cool. For me, I just have a few things that I noticed, but otherwise, as always, super, super cool. Yeah, when the leads come in around this time. I felt like they were like way too loud instantly, so I would maybe reduce it or have like a more subtle transition. Like it surprised me, but like not in the too much good way for my ears. So I would just reduce that a little bit. But on the drop, I would add some saturation to have a bit more of the higher end frequencies in the leads, because I felt like I was missing a little bit. And I would add more bass in the drop, because I didn't really hear too much. But that's it. That was all I had, because it's super cool. It's super, super cool, as always. Are all your tracks on Spotify, David? Because if they are, I'm gonna go follow you right after. All right, starting collabs in the chat. I like that. This is cool. The little vibe you have. I think the beginning works better than the drop, but I'll tell you everything for the drop. First off, I think the piano is really nice, but it feels a bit, well, it is very repetitive. I would try to break down a little bit by, you know, either having some stops in between or adding different passing notes or changing up the chord progression. But also, I think it's a bit dry, so I would add more reverb. I think you might need a little bit of compression on the piano, and if you don't have, I would add random velocity and strumming on the piano notes, like on the piano MIDI that you have, just so that it feels a bit more how do you say human. There you go. Then. Oh yeah, the vocal chops. It's always nice to have vocal chops, but this one here is like super repetitive. So if you could add like another couple vocal chops melodies to make like a whole sentence of 8 bar, it'd be cool. Or not having it repeat every bar, but like every couple bars or something. You know, like kind of like try to switch it up. And also I would reverb it a little bit more and EQ it a bit more. You know, by removing the high frequencies. I think it'll blend better in the song this way. Then the drop, you need like way more. You need like way more in the drop, because as you can see in the sound wave, it's kind of like decreasing in energy when the drop hits. So you need a lot of chords, synth, pads, ambiances to fill up this mid frequencies and have really like consistency in your frequency range. And definitely more bass and sub, like it really needs to be there in the low end. And yeah, more FXs as well, which will help with the energy. Like crashes, downlifters, uplifters, impacts, all that good stuff. And yeah, I think that'll give you a better direction. And yeah. What did you guys say in the chat for now? Because I know you were talking about it. I need to catch up, I'm sorry. Need more ambience pads? Yes. The drop could be louder. Yeah, I think the drop will get louder as well once you add everything that I told you. Tell me. Ooh, more rock guitar we have coming up. That's cool. Oh, thank you, Joe. I'm glad you like it. Sorry. Yeah. All right. Next up, Illinois. I need feedback for mastering. Check my latest YouTube video. I had to. Kidding. Need feedback for mastering. Help me some new ideas for that, and also help me out in extended mix. All right.
Are we wasting all our younger years, living up to the rules? Lately I've been thinking different, dear. Then you say, what's the use? Whoa, what should we do with this hopeless world? And I know we'll never fix it with empty words.
Yes, Aryan, you can.
Dystopia. You got my heart running with the times we're living in. Dystopia. My blood keeps rushing with the fire and flames within. The people wearing
All right. Cool. Okay, I have a few things to say here. All right, so starting for the extended, which I think goes for the rest and that'll get fixed. I think your ambiances and pads and all this are too loud overall. They're overpowering, which I think is also what drowns a little bit your vocals, especially in the build-up, because the breakdown was okay, but then your vocals get drowned in the build-up. But yeah, definitely reduce all those ambiances and all that, because I think it's too loud in the mix. It really needs to be like a blanket for the song, nothing more. So this way it'll give more impact to your drums as well in the extended. Then let me check my notes. Bass. We need more bass.
you say.
Like here you have an extra but here see it. Like here you hear it. And then it's kind of disappeared here. So yeah, I would definitely add a bit more, aggressive basses and all. What is cool in those prog house type songs is like you can have like those normal basses that just goes something like this, but then it's also nice to have like one that is like a bit faster with like a 1/8 rhythm or something like this that goes like something like this. It's kind of nice to add some more energy, more power, which I think would help in this one. In your build up and drop, the drop doesn't work right now because it lacks energy compared to the rest. Your drop should be like a little bit louder because it's like the most important part of your song, so that should be the loudest. And yeah, more aggressive bass. I'm missing also some claps. I think your kick could be better, have more, could cut through the mix a bit more. And yeah, I would add claps, add a few more drums to add this energy. And I would saturate the leads as well a little bit, or make them a bit louder because they were a bit too back in the mix. Whereas it needs to be one of the main elements. And yeah, that's it. I think you're on the right track. You're there. But yeah, I think before doing the mastering, you need to finish the mix. Really, the mastering is like the last thing you should do. And right now you still need to do some work in the mix. So focus on the mix first, have a great mix, and then the mastering, like I showed in the last video, it's simple. Really. All right, next, Savage Vibes. All right. Let's hear that. Oh. Cool. All right, there's an idea. It's going somewhere. Right now, I have a few things in mixing to help you, but I think creatively, I agree with the chat. The vocal chops needs to be a bit more interesting. I think it was a bit repetitive. Because also you can't really hear them, so the vocal chops, I would get them louder. Louder with a filter or whatever instead of this, or saturate them, distorted to make it more interesting. Something, because I think that's what would fit more in this vibe. But also in the breakdown, it's like super bass sub heavy, so I would reduce this and add a bit more elements that have the higher frequencies, or maybe once you raise up the vocal chops and we can hear them better, maybe it'll rebalance better. Also in the bass that you have, like the bass and sub that you have, I would maybe try and add some movement into it. Sometimes, like, I don't know if you use Serum or Vital or anything else, but you can kind of play with LFOs and stuff like this to try and add some movement or even some texture in the bass. And because here I feel like it's kind of like a moody bass heavy breakdown vibe, I think if you want to stay there, to make the bass more interesting will match your song better. So I would do that. And yeah, miss high frequencies in the break. Oh yeah, and at some point just before the drop, on the build up, there was like a fill, like snare fills or something. It was like super on the sides, and I felt the low end quite on the side. So I would make sure to keep your low end mono, because you don't want them on the sides. And I think that was it. I didn't. Oh. Yeah, here I think the leads are too loud. Like it just needs some leveling between the breakdown, build up, and drop. Yeah. Just some leveling, and yeah, and then you'll be good. But it's an interesting idea. Can we send remix? Yes, technically you can. I'm gonna say yes because people are sending it, even though it says no. But it's okay. It's just that after, when I leave the video on my YouTube channel, I need to like cut it out the video, because otherwise it's copyrighted, and I don't want copyright. Okay, so we did this one. Did I miss anything? Yeah. All right. Next up. And Arlene, I'm pretty sure you're before the 20 submissions, because when I checked this morning, it was 20 submissions, and you told me you had already submitted, so you should be in the 20 first. All right, Vibes, Summer Days. All right. Melody to arrangements, okay. I would remove that part here. You know, having just like 16 bar and then go to another part like this one, and then go back to your. I feel like 3 drop style might be too much for the middle part. Maybe keep it at the end if you want 3 drops. I could see that, but here it gets a bit repetitive. So like go to the second verse to like continue moving the song, because I feel like a listener might get tired of it. Because it's quite repetitive. I mean, the melody is awesome. It's going to be stuck in my head, that's for sure. But I think it could get repetitive, so I would get rid of that one, for sure. I'm missing some bass. It's really, really cool, but I'm missing some bass, for sure. And kind of like a little bit of chords, I think, in the drops could help to get more of that consistency in the... Because otherwise it feels a bit empty. But it's so cool. Cool. The intro as well was really cool. I would just be careful on the volume peaks over there for the intro, but otherwise super cool. Yeah, this is cool. This is really, really cool. I would listen to that for sure. Yeah, just finished the mixing, And yeah, in the arrangement, because I think that's what you said, arrangement, yeah, I would just remove that part. But yeah. Cool on. Kind of makes you like in a good mood. It's cool. Oh, Empire, that's your... Oh, this is your instrumental of the remix for Seven Man's Fight, The Good Fight. I still have that one too. Arlene? Let's talk about it. Let's see what he says. This is the instrumental. I made this 8 months ago and made a remix contest. Now I'm trying to make a whole track. Yeah, of course. But there is lacking of a vocal. Yeah. Yeah, that's what we did as well. We kept our instrumental and found a vocal, which we struggled with, but... Oh, I felt mobile. Insane. Oh, that shot is off key. Oh, this is cool. I love the melody delay. It was just a bit confusing because I thought this delayed lead here was gonna be the was gonna be the main lead. Like, yeah, I thought here the drop was gonna happen and then nope. But it's kind of nice because it makes it like interesting. Yeah. Overall as well, here I would control. It's funny because you don't see it so much. But I had to turn down the volume in the drop like so much. It was like way louder on the drop. So maybe you compressed it a lot and that's why, I don't know. But it was like super, super loud in the drop compared to the rest, which I had to turn down. And you don't want the listener to have to do that. Otherwise, in terms of the mix, the first impact that you have was super loud. So I would remove a little bit some dBs. Then when you have the lead, like the delayed little lead thing, yeah, I feel like, I don't know, maybe it's because it's filtered, but I was saying it feels muddy and I feel like I would want to hear it more. But if you have a vocal, it'll sit nice actually, because you're gonna have a vocal, so forget about that. And oh yeah, all the ambience shots that you had, yeah, this one. Like it's those are off key, so make sure it's in key of your song. Yeah, control volume. Then in the drop, the leads are too loud in your drop compared to the rest, and you're missing the drums. So I would reduce the leads, get the drums back up, like add some claps, percussion loops, and all this. I think you can also raise your FXs a little bit because I could hear them, but like really, really low. But you still want to hear them a little bit. And I think that's it. But yeah, as always, FL Studio Mobile is impressive, and yeah, just keep at it. Like you're doing great, and yeah, I'm sure it'll be a good song. All right. Harmonic vision. Feedback on the energy of the song. All right. Oh, thank you, Olira? I don't know how to pronounce your name, but thank you. All right. Yeah, I agree with the chat. It could be a banger, but I feel like, I mean, it definitely got me like bounce, you know, instantly. It's yeah, I mean, the energy in a way is here, but I feel like it's missing. It feels a bit empty, so it's missing those maybe mid frequencies for a bit more energy. And if you want more energy, yeah, you need more elements. But what was cool is all the little stops and stuff that you have. Like here. This change here, amazing. And here as well. Amazing. Yeah. But yeah, more powerful bass for sure, because that's bass heavy to get to there. And it's just, I'm trying to find, because like, see, I love this part here, but this part here didn't really do anything for me, and I feel like if a listener would first listen to this, they might hop off and not wait for that part. So I don't know, maybe find a way to really hook the listener before, to really get them to stay until that part. So maybe having like kind of like a little bit of that like as soon as the song starts to really hook the listener. I don't know if you see what I mean, but I hope you do. Here I'm not sure of the bass layer as well, in terms of the sound. Needs a bit more elements, more ear candy, but all the stops that you have here, I mean, it's super creative. I think it's just a matter of continuing, because it feels like you know what you're doing. Yeah, just keep going. I'm sure it'll be, yeah, keep adding on it, and yeah, maybe organic things, yeah, here and there. That's a good idea from Senso, yeah. Okay, inside Neru idea. All right.
No one can take your place. We'll be loving forever and ever. Love songs just on replay. We can do this forever and ever. Forever came, I gave my heart. I must be honest. At first I had my doubts, but then you showed your true worth, and now you're all I talk about.
Is there some lofty things here, or is it just me?
I said it, you're giving me butterflies. Dreaming you like every night.
I'm not sure about the vocal, yeah. Okay, it's not just me.
There I said it, you're giving me butterflies. Dreaming you like every night.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I'm gonna follow the chat as well. I changed the vocals because it's definitely a little bit off key. So make sure all your elements are really in key. And yeah, I'm not sure it fits too much. Right now, I prefer your instrumental than the vocal. So yeah, I would definitely change this. Then in terms of the instrumental, I think, arrangement-wise, it's there. It has a nice vibe and all. The bass here is really cool. I've never really heard this in a progressive, which kind of is where you're going, which is really cool. It's unique. But I feel like maybe the bass here, sub here are a bit too loud. I would reduce a little bit, bring back the higher frequency elements a bit more. And here as well, I would get the snare feels, the uplifters and all. I would get this a bit louder to really get the hype before the drop. Yeah, because then the leads are too loud here. So here in the drop, leads are too loud, so I would reduce them. And you need way more bass. Way more bass. The kick as well is loud. I would reduce it. Get the top click end. And yeah, more drums, more effects. Yeah, it needs to be balanced. And also, I'm not too fan of the lead layers. I think you need a bit more, a few more organic layers like piano, strings, stuff like that, and a bit more reverb as well. But yeah, I think it's just a mixing, because you have your idea, except the vocal I would change. But otherwise, your idea is here. But it's just a matter of keep mixing it, keep making it sound better every time, and yeah, then you'll get there. Because, melody is classic, but it can work if the lead layering is more interesting and works better. So yeah, maybe do that. I know. Who is it? I think it's Severman or Wildcrow. They have a really good tutorial on the lead layering, which really helped me with it. So maybe check that, and yeah. Let's see what you guys were saying. All right, next. Ooh, Dying Away Apocalypse. All right. Yep, you're welcome. Yeah, just keep going at it. You'll get there. It'll get there soon. All right, let's.
I'm the only survivor since the apocalypse. Since the zombie apocalypse, that is. In 2022, a deadly virus seemed to spread like a wildfire from one person to another, like the fresh scent of a skunk spray on a warm summer night in the suburbs. It made everyone act crazy like ravenous wolves, snarling and making unspeakable noises. They were changing, lust for blood and Just really bad cannibalistic things. Families forever separated from their loved ones. People looking for people that aren't people anymore. No birds in the sky, and no planes in the air. Hospitals have become filled with the one thing doctors and nurses were there to prevent. The dead are everywhere, lurking. Watching. The dead are everywhere. To me, could it be that I am changing into one of them? It's in my veins. I feel it everywhere. I can't get rid of it. I am a zombie.
Played it full because the public voted and they wanted to hear it full. Yeah. Hey, Sunny Tune. Yeah, no, it's insane. I know you guys loved it, but I have a couple things, so please don't hate me. But yeah, for me, the kick didn't do it. It felt too soft for that kind of. Super hard-hitting drop and type of music, the kick was too soft. It had this softness that I think shouldn't be in a track like this. I want something that hit more on the kick. So that was one thing. And as some people said, a bit more gritty bass, I think, would also help. And then maybe it's a preference thing, but I feel like, the vocal part here in the middle is absolutely insane. It got everyone in the chat going. That works super good. But it felt a bit too long. And as someone said, it built up so much. But then the drop, I don't know, you build it up so much that then after the drop was cool. But, it's hard to, how do you say? I think this guy said, well, yeah, maybe the drop didn't have enough energy because of that kick thing, maybe, after such a cool, build-up and hype that you built. So, I don't know, maybe leveling up this. Yeah, see, change the kick and the energy will step up. Okay, cool. So it's not just me. But, yeah, just maybe make sure, because also, it's super long build-up, and then you don't have a lot of drop, and then it kind of, already stops. Whereas I wanted more because you hyped it so much here. So yeah, that's I think it will make it even better. But I think you were on the track for a good one that can go to a super cool label. So yeah, I hope you sign it to a big one. Hey Arlene, finally. That's you, and then you can go sleep. Arlene, wake up, yeah. Okay, wait, what did you say? The vocal used the song in a placeholder, okay? I don't plan on keeping it. By the way, I think that this is one of the best productions to date. You always say that. I also think it's one of my best mix songs. Alright. He's always hyping up, so let's see.
As I'm running through this jungle, I see faces. I'm looking back at you, but you won't stop chasing. Don't make me look back no more. No review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run through all these barriers. Don't make me look back no more. Try to make me fall, yeah. Don't make me look back no more. No review mirrors here. I'm about to fall if I run Don't make me look back no more. Don't make me look back no more.
All right, that was cool. That was cool. I love the leads. The leads were interesting. I love the layering and the slides as well, as people said. It was really, really cool. Yeah, I blown up my room. Just a few things I noted, not so much. Your impacts in the breakdowns felt too loud, so I would reduce them a little bit. As well, the guitar. So it's interesting because you said dark prog, but for me it doesn't sound too much progressive. I don't know what you guys feel like, but it didn't feel to me because the piano and the guitar are very high frequencies, like very clear, very present, which doesn't give me this dark vibe. But they sound great. Just the guitar for me was a bit too loud on the side, so I would reduce them a little bit. Like, it's a really nice addition when it comes in, but I think it can be more subtle, because I think it was like competing with the vocal, or will be a little bit. Then I would add a little bit more saturation on the leads and reduce the bass. It was, I think, a bit too much, at least in my headphones, on this one. I know the other ones I was saying, like, boost the bass, but this one has a bit more, has a bit too much. So, yeah. But otherwise, that was it for me. It's just, yeah, the drop felt... the drop needs some balancing in the mix, and then that'll be good. Yeah, I agree with Lipo. The leads are a bit loud, but yeah, otherwise that's cool. All right, you can go to bed. Good night, Arlene. Okay, Astro idea. Did we get this already? I think we got that already. Oh yeah, we got that already. Oh, sound cap. It's your turn. All right. because yeah, it's kind of like house vibes before, and then this part here is like rave almost. So I'm not sure, but you know, maybe that's how you make it unique as well. It's combining different genres. Vocals felt very far away. I think because it almost felt like almost disco a little bit, but you just need to bring them back a bit closer. And yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, yeah, just the vocal processing.
I can't believe you thrill me like you do.
Because the rest sounds nice.
And no matter what the day
It's like so far.
holds, in my heart, I feel like you. In my heart,
Like this is a bit too loud.
baby, I'm in no doubt. Dreams come true.
Yeah.
In my heart, I feel love.
There's some parts of
In my
it.
soul, I'll shine with the world. Dreams. I feel love.
Yeah. Disco house rave, yeah. Oh yeah, then yeah, just yeah, yeah. Yeah, focus on the World Cup. World Cup. I read that, so I went World Cup. Focus on the vocals processing. If you start talking about World Cup, you're gonna get me. I'm like, you know, I'm French. We won the last one. I'm definitely for France. I'm a huge soccer fan as well, so I'll be maybe watching. Okay, Maurice, Jack, idea, good times. I'd like to convey the feeling of happiness and nostalgia with this song. Alright, we'll see. Nostalgia and happiness, okay. Benzema and Mbappe, yeah. Yeah, I know. I just hope they keep almost the same team that we had. Last World Cup, because it was the best team ever. So yeah, allez la France. Thank you. All right, let's go. Thank you. All right. Okay, I'm getting that feeling for now. Nostalgia, kind of like 80s vibes almost. And happiness, yeah. I think you're getting the feeling you want. Makes me happy. Before I forget, so I think for the feeling that you're going for, I think this is great. I think you're on a great track. If you're here in the chat, I would really recommend you to check out Blanks, because that'll be a amazing reference if you already don't have it, but it'll be such a great reference for that happiness, nostalgia, 80s vibes, which I think would work so well in this song. And I think so right now in your chorus, like in the more energetic part, you need some sidechain in the bass, because right now the bass is really flat and it makes the chorus being flat. But if you add the sidechain, it'll add some movement and you have more energy. And one thing as well is, like, overall, I think in the song right now, it's quite flat and monotone, and you need a bit more separation between each parts, like where, you kind of like stop the last 4 bar, the kicks, and then you just go shtu, boom, and then you continue, or having like some, like, play with some dynamic contrast, which really will help this song to go to the next level and have more of a progression and a story. But I think it's cool. I think you have the vibe that you want. I really like it. Yeah. All right, next up. I got scared for a second. I saw Wild Crow. I was like, what? Neil, that's yours now. It's funny because this week I got quite a few people reach out to me for feedback for this remix contest. And I'm doing it myself as well, so it'll be fun. It'll be fun.
Loving you was a bummer, we just couldn't let be. Gave the world a new color, now I'm falling deeper than deep. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know, even when the days go by and we're both graying old. You're my somebody, you're my nobody, you're my body. In the dark, I'm alive. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. Hold me close and don't let me go now. Every dose, I don't want to slow down. I can't get you out of my bed, and I can't get you out of my head. If the world was on fire, maybe we could go far. Two of us could blink.
So, okay, it sounds better compared to when you sent it to me earlier this week. So that's cool. And yeah, as they say, the idea is really here. It's really, really cool. For me, I still feel like because you rushed, you know, like you how do you say, accelerate the BPM. In this part here, when
You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know, even when the days go by and we're both graying old. You're my something, and I can't get you out of my head. Hold me close and don't let me go now. At the end of last summer, never wanted to leave, let me get here than deep. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know. I can't get you out of
So before here, the song, like the vocals, like go, 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 go. And then in the build-up, which is supposed to be the part where you hype more for the drop, it kind of stops because you leave too much space in between the vocals. And I'm not sure if creatively it's a good idea because, you know, at the beginning it works, like it gets you in, but then it kind of like really drops. For me, like it really drops and I'm like, you know, I want more, I want it to continue. So I'm not sure if that is a good idea. See if you can maybe play with a delay or something. I don't know if you guys, you know, in the chat thinks the same or if it's just me. But yeah, there's that. The guitar and the piano, I think, can still go a bit softer in volume because I think it's really loud compared to the vocal. So you want it to be soft. Okay, sensor agree. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's I'm missing some bass in the build-up. I know it's always nice to like reduce the bass, you know, as the build-up progresses, so that in the drop you have a better impact. But here I felt like it was really empty in the build-up. So I think add again a bit of a re-space or something to still keep the energy, because I felt like in the build-up it was actually dropping the energy. So I think this will help. And the leads, oh yeah, in the drop, I'm missing this high frequency that you have in the build-up. Like in the build-up, you bring those super cool leads. I'll point it out. Like that screechy leads that you have in the build-up is super cool, and you're like, oh, that's gonna hit in the drop, and in the drop they're not here. And the leads here feels actually quite I don't know, disappointing compared to what you have in the leads in the lead in the build up. So I would use the lead that you have in the build up to really get that Illenium screechy leads, you know, and really get that higher frequency lead in the drop. Like I really like the vibe of the drop. Like it has a lot of it has a lot of movements, lots of feels, lots of air candy. It's cool.
If the world was on fire, maybe we could go far. Two of us could play dirty. I know you left past scars. You seem like a forever, and I just wanna be where you are. You're the kind of somebody I always wanna know. Even when the days go by and we're both.
Yeah, I think the idea is really, really cool, and I think it could be like a big banger. But the mix needs to be better, tighter, in the levels as well. The bass has a lot of rumble, like that sub kick 808. Maybe clean it. Yeah, because like the strings as well on the sides are really loud. Like, remember the vocal should be the first thing, and then the instrumental. It always stops when I look at the camera. But anyway, yeah, just I think the main thing here is going to be leveling. And I can't stress enough, like I think the day I understood leveling and when I didn't try to put everything super loud is when my mix took the next level. Like seriously, leveling is the best mixing tips, honestly, to get like a good first mix. But yeah, the idea is super cool. I think you have a good potential here. So yeah, keep working. I think you still have time, like 7 days, maybe a week, a bit over a week. So I think that's plenty of time to get it. Yeah. And yeah, first PRV first one to give competitor feedback, of course. Of course. Let's go next. Oh, BRVMM. Let's go. Not let's go. It has been removed. Interesting. Did I miss anything? Yeah, one day we're gonna look at our mixes and first songs we produced and laugh at the mix. Oh yeah. I think this week also I looked at like one of my first YouTube video, and same, I was like, oh my god, how did you guys do to like watch my first videos, you know? But you know, at least that makes you realize you make progress. So okay, BRVMM, if you're here, send me on Discord and I'll take a look right after this one. Okay, Olira, it's your time. There's the dynamic contrast, the mix sounds good. If anyone has anything to say, go ahead, because I don't. So I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I think it's demo ready is the label for it, you know. Hey, you're French? Olira, you're French? Okay. So cool. Wow, this is cool. Yeah, no, I've nothing to say, to be honest. Yeah, well, wait. Yeah, hats off. I'm sorry I don't have or we all don't have anything to say. Yeah, just release it. And it's really cool. Yeah, it works. There's nothing to say. It was cool. Yeah, if you release it, send it to me. I'd love to support it as well and, you know, listen to it, share it, all that. On est là. Ah oui, Lars also is French. Is it? I forgot. All right, next up. Oh, I think you guys asked how many more songs. Yeah, how long the stream gonna be? Normally, I would stay max more 30 minutes more, but you know, if you guys are still there, there's enough people. I'll stay a bit more maybe because I just have YouTube video to edit, so I can do that after. Oh, damn! There's a lot of links, huh? Oh, BRVMM. He sent by Discord. Let's do that. Before I forget. I'm writing the vocals at the moment with singers, so there will be no vocals in it. Oh, that's cool. All right. This is really cool. Yeah, I think with the vocals, it will really take it to the next level. Really nice. There's a few things. So straight out of the beginning, and I think you can see with the peaks, the claps are too loud. Definitely too loud every time it spikes. The ambience as well. There's an ambience here. That one is too loud. Like there's one that like just stay all the time. Like that is constant. So I would reduce that a little bit to be more subtle. I think I could hear some sub-frequencies in the snare fills in the build-up, so I would clean that, but you know, if you're at the idea stage, it's normal. I'm just throwing whatever I hear so that you know. Then in the drop, I feel like it's a bit monotonous, so I think, and that's one thing they do all the time in those style, it's to play with the snare to kind of like have some stop moments. I think it would help with like dynamics, contrast, and play with dynamics, you know, so that it has a bit more movement, a bit more interesting things. And I think it'd be cool to have a more greedy bass in the layering, because it felt also monotonous. If you have something more greedy, I think it would help bring some texture in the bass, which I think will make the drop also more interesting. And yeah. And yeah, I think that's it. All right. Yeah, I can see 54. I'll never make it to 54, guys, because I can feel my ears are getting tired. You know, it's been an hour and a half, so I'm not sure. I think I'll stop it like in 30 minutes, because also my feedback will be useless for you guys if my ears are tired. So yeah, I'll just do 30 minutes more, because yeah, after this it's gonna be just useless. Yeah, but as I say, you know, always feel free to send me a DM or a Discord, you know, if I have time in between the feedback sessions. I always try and listen and give feedback. All right, Joe Schuler? I think you were here in the chat before. I don't know if you're still here. Guess I 7 minutes late. Yeah, Korean, just send me a DM. Yeah, sorry.
The sunny days when nothing there was in our way. How I long for the time when the songs still rhyme with you. But I can't stand these sleepless nights.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Just hoping we can make it right. Please don't walk out the door. We could.
Right now, the only thing in the vocal, because like the vocal is nice, it's clean, but it feels almost a bit dry. But I think the reason is because there's only one lead vocal, and I think what you need is to record doubles, harmonies, and stuff to really have more. So that the vocals are more full, because right now it's sounding a bit empty. But if you add, you know, doubles that you layer on the sides, higher, lower octaves, harmonies here and there, I think that's the only thing that misses to your song. The rest is pretty cool. But yeah, it would bring life to the track, exactly, yeah. Yeah, the pan guitar strumming sounded too loud. I would agree to that a little bit. Not too much, but a little bit.
Out the storm for a while.
It's nice spacing.
Tell me that you want me. Tell me that you need me. Tell me deep
But the guitar is too loud. The vocals needs to be the louder.
inside your heart, you know our love is true. 'Cause I don't wanna lose you. Just tell me what I have to do. 'Cause all this time I'm trying to make it up to you. So I tell myself you're all I need. So tell me it's you.
Yeah, because I think the vocals needs to be enhanced as well, because they are quite, you know, mid, lower frequencies, and it's normal, it's a male vocals. But if you add some vocal enhancement, saturation or something, it would bring maybe, or boost, you know, I don't know which frequency, but exactly, but the higher ones, you know, boost them to bring a bit more clarity and presence. And I think it'll pop up more in the song. And if you reduce the guitar as well, I think it'll be good. But yeah, just a few things, and it's really cool. It's really cool. All right, next. Out of My Mind, Lost Raven. Let's go. Oh, I saw something. Oh yeah, Eureka. Yeah, you're new to this channel. Thank you for joining. And yeah, I like that you like the vibe of the chat. I'm always trying to be careful to, if I see anyone that is, you know, not very nice or saying some bad stuff or whatever, I just kick them, because I want to keep a good community vibe. Wait, that's released, I think. That's released, so I'm gonna go.
Shining like the sun in the sky. Like the movie back to the days in March. Fooling around, making out in your best friend's car. Hold me back for a minute, I can't.
Really, really good.
Think about you when you weren't in my arms. Oh, I swear I told her when she's next to me. Out of my mind
The vocals are drowned.
when I'm sober.
You can hear the
I
vocals.
swear I told her the way I lose
It's missing some higher frequencies. A bit more fills, more drums. Yeah, exactly. More high frequencies, yeah. More high frequencies in the drum, and the vocals are a bit drowned in the breakdown build up, so yeah. But it's released, so I guess you can't fix that. Alright, next. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop because yeah. Oh, Alpha Rex, you told me it's a wrong link. Oh, right, okay. Let's see, did you send to Discord? Yeah, Alpha Rex, I need like a streaming link, but let's see. Wait. What is those two? Oh. I think it's gonna work. That's cool.
Can I be your star tonight? You fill my soul with light the day we met. I don't wanna leave your side, no. Have me by your side when the sun sets. I hope you still want me. I hope you still need me a million years from now. The seasons are changing, the nights ever fading. It's time we left the ground. Let's leave for an eternity. We'll sail across the lights beyond the sky. I'll be with you eternally. I'm an addict for your love.
Yeah, I'm just missing the higher frequencies in the drop, which we kind of lost in the drop compared to the rest of the song. But yeah, the only thing is, yeah, vocals are overused. Like, I've heard them so many times. So a little piece of advice, get either original vocals or vocals that aren't so overused, because you might get into trouble to sign them to a label if you want to. So I would change that. But also, I think overall the instrumental is too loud compared to the vocals. The vocals should be the one main thing, and then the instrumental like under it. So yeah. Otherwise, yeah, that's my 3 notes for it. Let's go to the next one. What is that? Oh, OneDrive. Interesting. Is it gonna it's really, really cool, really, really good. Love the lead, love the melody. It's really cool, but it's super sub heavy, but no mid bass. So you should reduce the sub and add some mid bass, for that aggressive, gritty mid bass. But yeah, it's really cool. But the rest feels like everything's loud. Everything is like has a lot of reverb on the breakdown build up. So I would try and control all that, especially on the vocals, I think. Yeah. But otherwise, you're almost there. You're almost there. Just a few things to really make the mix sounds really, really good and on point. But yeah, I love the vibe, love the melody. It's really cool. All right. Oh, Remy. Oh, is that lo-fi? I think. Hello to every producer out there. Yes. All right. Yeah, lo-fi chill, nice. It's gonna rest my ears a little bit. Olira. Thank you. You're welcome. Yeah, I study music. That's the kind of music I work to all day long. It's cool, but it's a bit repetitive here. That part. I would try to have... Yeah, working on it as we speak. Amazing. Yeah, I think it all sounds good. Maybe I would reduce the drum clap a little bit. You can also see it in the sound wave. It's kind of peaking. I would reduce it like a couple dBs, something like this. But otherwise, that's the main thing. Except, just I would work on the arrangement. It sounds good. The idea is there. It's like I can see myself listening to this, in a lo-fi playlist for sure. The only thing is that it's a bit repetitive, so I would really just work on the arrangement, and that's it. I think you're good. Otherwise, I love this kind of songs. Really cool, really cool. All right, next up, I'm really getting tired right now. My ears I can hear. So, oh, Kowser, you're here. Just an idea. The song isn't mastered. Okay. Well, no. Okay, I think next time I'll put a huge red line in the form, check your link, give authorization, because that happened a lot today. All right, bye Remy. Oh, Barna, if you're still here, that's your turn.
To get through anything, that's all, just us. To get through anything, that's all, just us. You and me, that's all we need. You and me, that's all.
I'm missing some bass here. Yeah, drums up front for sure. But I think you need some type of lead or ear candy or something to make it interesting, because right now it just feels like chords. So I think for me the idea needs a bit development to bring some more interestingness. It felt a bit monotonous, but I was missing the bass in the first part, and then after there was a lot of bass, but not so much high frequencies. So yeah, much more power needed for sure. Yeah. And yeah, I think that's the few things I would say about it. Yeah. All right. Next, Casolo, Let Go. All right. I'm just gonna do a few more.
Round and round we go in circles each day. I get so dizzy with you. When friends ask about us, we tell them we're great. After you scream at me that we're through, tell me what's the use to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy. I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy. I'm ready to let go.
Did I hear that in the previous?
What's there to hold on to? I'm ready to let go. No matter what I do, I'm ready to let go. And just throw up my hands and walk away. I'm ready to let go.
Cool.
My sorrow's the product of games that you play.
Yeah, the second part of the drop is nice.
And what I want to, I'm ready to let go. Used to say I'm your ally when I'm your enemy. I got love for you, but I just don't have the energy. I'm ready to let go. I'm ready to let go. And just throw up my hands and walk
Yeah.
away. I'm ready.
I think that's what I was listening for. It's a bit like some higher frequency leads, like just not a lot, just like here and there some little notes I think would be interesting to add. But otherwise I don't have too much to say. I like it. I think it works as a deep house type of thing. Yeah, that's it for me. It's really cool. Or maybe my ears are getting tired, I don't know, but but yeah. Just like a video titled How to Produce More Music, I need a how to finish the existing ideas motivation. Did I do something like this? Did I do how to finish more songs? What? Didn't I do it in the same video though? I think that was one of the things, like finish more song, like finish all the songs. I think it was in the video. But maybe I could do something like this. I'll put it on my list. But I'm glad you like the video. Reverse 7man made it. Oh, interesting. It's the reverse vocals from Made It by 7man. Let's hear that.
Heard you found somebody to hold on to, but they will never love you like I want to. Used to whisper your mind after I'd start a fight, just to make sure you know I'm right. We're not one of a kind, but I just thought we might make it another night. And I know we're not
Let's go.
made for this, and I'd hate to say we almost made it.
I would ask one thing because you're in the chat. No, I know it's reverse, not reverse. I know. But are you allowed to use the vocals? Like, is it royalty-free vocals, or because I think that's the girl? What's her name? I forgot her name, but I think that's original vocals, like, or is it for a remix or okay, just for reference. Okay. Okay, so all this works great, but here I don't know what's happening. Like you're losing the whole vibe here. I don't know what's happening from this part to the next one, but you're losing all the vibe, all the energy that you had. Just continue with the same, you know, kind of chords, bass, and all this. I think the acoustic drum fills doesn't really fit here. I would get more an electronic sounding one. Okay, I think in the mix here, your chords are a bit too present. It's very muddy. Reduce them a little bit and get the leads back up. The kick is very powerful as well. I would reduce a little bit how do you say, the body. Probably too much reverb in the leads. I don't know if you have sidechain on the leads, but if not, I would add more. If yes, I would add more, sorry. Otherwise, the beginning was cool.
Somebody to hold on to.
I'm just not sure here the arp or the notes, if it's the right key, some notes, so I would be careful there. But yeah, otherwise, yeah, just make sure to link, because like this part here works great, the drop works almost, you know, but in terms of the vibe, it fits. But this little part in the middle doesn't fit at all. So just make sure to link it so it really stays the same song and the same vibe. But yeah, otherwise that's it. All right, let's do a couple more. Vahid, hi. It's almost the end. I'm sorry, but yeah. I've been producing for like 2 years. May need to drop. All right. Wait, remake?
I'm walking alone, the streets are empty. The only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for me. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Thailand.
Copyright here.
I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Yeah, you're
We
welcome.
are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight.
Yeah. We built it. Yeah, it's a remake. He said remake. So there's I think there's a lot of work to be done here, especially in the mix. You need to control the volumes, that's for sure. Like you can see here, like in the build-up, you're losing a lot of energy. Then you have a huge spike, and then the drop, it comes down. It should be more progressive, with the drop being the loudest. But yeah, then in the mix, wait, let me go back. Yeah, like here it's really dry in the piano. It's really empty.
I'm walking.
Here it's better.
Only thing I can see is my own silhouette. I'm
Works better.
getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time
But I would put the vocals a bit less loud.
for me. Trying
here-
to protect your soul. We are here.
Here, like, you have just one piano and that's not enough for a build-up. You Need Way More. I don't know the song, by the way, but yeah. The piano is too dry. And here you need bass. You need more bass in the drop. Probably too much white noise do you have as well. The sub drop, you need to reduce it. Probably needs more drums. I don't know the original track, but there's probably more normally. But yeah, all that stuff. But it's good to do remakes. It really pushes your ears to listen, and it's good exercise. All right, it's 10. Let's do a last one. You know what? Who's here in the chat that sent a song? Cause Dark Slate Blue, are you in the chat? I'm just gonna try and find someone who is in the chat that waited, to give the feedback. Dark Slate Blue, okay. Mr. Rage, haven't seen, okay. Aver, JJN, Dreamy, haven't seen. Yeah, I'm going. FBMO, did I see? No. Oh, Krian, are you still here, Krian? He might have left. Song name is Chanchi Harrison. Okay. Krian, are you still here? Yeah. Let It Go. Who's Let It Go? Oh, Evil Book. It's you. You're lucky I checked this. Yeah, alright, cool. That's you. Okay, I'll try and find Lipo as well. Oh, wait. That's... What's the song? What's the song?
Oh, my friends are moving forward.
Guys, do you know the song that I'm thinking about? Like the chord progression, the guitar and the style is the exact same of one song I've heard before. It's a very famous song. Does anyone knows it?
And I'm stuck here, going nowhere, and I wanna know what is wrong, what is wrong. And it's one step forward and two steps back. The same old story with all I've done. And I wanna know, should I try some more? Oh, let it go, go.
Oh no. No, it's a very indie song. The guitar is nice, but I would add some shimmer, some higher frequencies, clarity, presence in the guitar to really pop, I think.
What is wrong? What is wrong?
Yeah, there's a lot of rumble as well, so make sure to check that you don't have sub-frequencies in everything else. I would say change the chord progression, because I mean for me it sounds exactly like that song, but there's so many chord progression you can invent, so I'm guessing it would happen at some point. So I don't know. But yeah, here the kick is really like in the low end sub frequencies. It would be nice to have a bit more top end to the kick. But yeah, I think you have a good idea here. It's unique. It's really cool. I think just needs a bit more development, a bit more more mixing to make it sound really clean and fill up like the whole frequency spectrum. But I'm not. I don't dislike the plugs too bad. Like yeah. But yeah. Something warm. Yeah, I think the warmth, I need that in the guitar, but I said that. But yeah, otherwise, I think it'll be a fun song. I think you can have a fun song there. So yeah, just keep going. All right. Let's see if I can find. Oh, Lipo. All right, let's do Lipo because he's here. I love your music. Maybe some higher frequency leads popping here and there for like ear candy, because like that's a huge bass. But I mean, it's really cool. I don't have too much to say. I feel Vleur is in here. Yeah, yeah. I love the bass. That was really cool. Yeah, that's it for me. I mean, you know what you're doing. Yeah, I'm just not sure about the intro though. Actually. Because like it's super low in volume and then so I'm not sure about the intro. Maybe have something that progresses a bit more, that links a bit more, or straight start there, or I don't know, add maybe one interesting element from the drop in this one here, to kind of say, oh, something's coming. Because I feel like the intro doesn't make justice to the song. Like the song's super cool, but the intro doesn't hook you up. So yeah, I think that's the only thing as well I would say. But that's it. That's it, and I think that's gonna be it for today because I'm really getting tired. Like my ear is done. It's been 2 hours, so I think I need to stop here. But yeah. Thank you everyone for joining every time. It's super cool. It's super cool to see you guys interact in the chat with everyone, give feedback as well. Always in a very good way as well, you know, super respectful, and also this is awesome. And yeah, that's it. No video tomorrow. I'm taking a bit more time to do like a really, really good video. That's why I did the feedback today. So yeah, and oh yeah, if you didn't have your feedback, please send me a message on Discord or Instagram. I'm back on Instagram, so maybe I won't listen today because I've done too much feedback, but tomorrow or Monday I'll listen to it. So yeah, always feel free to send me a message, and yeah, that's it. I'll see you guys next week, I guess, or on Instagram. So yeah, thank you for joining, and bye. Have a good day. Oh, where's my yeah. All right.